programs that I attended, all of the education that I had, college, public, and otherwise, nobody ever told me that I was an African woman. Nobody ever told me what the history of African people were. Nobody ever told me that America is business, and without business, you will have nothing and be nothing. And nobody ever told me how to organize business so that I would be able to develop institutions in my own community. So now the sincerity of all the programs and all of the education has to be questioned, indicted, and convicted, because the bottom line is that America is not and has never tried to produce African adults who are functional, self-sufficient, who understand their politics, their economics, and their relationship to the world politics and the world economics.
Talking about politics coming from the view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood, the hood view, you know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench, because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on a Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter.
Smelling like cocoa butter. What it do? What it do?
What it do? What it do?
Surprise, surprise! It ain't Tuesday.
Oh hell no! It's Saturday. It's Saturday Night Live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
or
no.
Uptown Saturday Night. You know, you dig what I'm saying? Yeah.
HV. Hey, what's going on? HVP. Crew.
HVP. Hood View Politics coming at you live with a Juneteenth special.
Yeah, no. Juneteenth.
You know. Because I think, you know, some people out there need to be educated about Juneteenth, you know, and what it is and what is exactly going on with it.
That's for damn show. We got so much shit going. We got Brittany Griner. They talking about holding her back longer. You heard about that shit?
What? Oh, no, you got to educate me on that one. Cause
yeah, they already did it. Motherfucking Russia said they're extending her sentence.
I already said from the get-go, you know what I'm saying? She a high-profile prisoner, so, you know, they're going to try to hold her and use her for much leverage as they can. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even though what they're holding her for is all some bullshit.
At least she's starting to finally get athletes say something about it. God damn.
Yeah. But everybody, you know what? It been a thing lately, you know, that male athletes ain't really been using their voice when it comes to the Brittany Griner situation. And look, all athletes, not even all athletes, but all people in general need to voice and raise their voice when it comes to the Brittany Griner situation, because.
But it's obvious that NBA, NFL, all these major joints got a hold on their players. It's easy to see. Even if they say something, it's so benign and it's just vanilla. You might well didn't even say that shit, bro.
Hey, but this is my thing, and especially NBA players. With NBA players, y'all got guaranteed contracts. Basically all NBA players got guaranteed contracts. No matter what they do that's outside the box, they gonna get paid. They gonna get their money. So y'all need to, especially NBA players, y'all need to step up and raise y'all voice when it comes to the Brittany Griner situation, because y'all not gonna lose nothing, and it's not gonna hurt y'all to speak on this woman's behalf, you know, because we already know that what she is being held over in Russia for is some bullshit. And you know, it is about she's a high profile hostage, basically, if you will, you know. So y'all really need to speak up on this woman's behalf, because what she's being held over there for is some garbage. And you know, make y'all voices known. Y'all not gonna lose no money. In the end of the day, y'all not gonna lose no money behind whatever y'all say. Y'all got guaranteed contracts. You know, y'all use your voice on everything else, but you know what I'm saying? This woman ain't got no business being held over there for some fucking hash oil. That's some garbage.
Now you got Roy Jones. You heard Roy Jones say, right? Now he not anybody that's relevant now. He at least said something. Now Roy Jones said that he would put his life on the line to get Brittany Griner back home. He said, he said just like that, I'll put my life on the line, take a chance to go to Russia to exchange prisoners. Yes, I would.
Hey, Roy acting like he Jesse Jackson.
A prisoner exchange? What, you gonna jump in there?
Right. Who the fuck is Roy Jones?
I know he was like, wait.
Roy talking some shit. Roy know he ain't going over there. Who Roy think he is? Hey, look, if Jesse Jackson says something like that, we know, because we already know Jesse been rolling over there and rolling over the foreign countries, and Jesse been getting people. Jesse been getting people right and left. You know what I'm saying? They've been telling Jesse not to go, and Jesse be saying, bump that, I'm going anyway, and Jesse been bringing people back. So who Roy Jones think he is? Jesse Jackson?
First of all, the exchange thing is who you exchanging is crazy as fuck.
Right.
He act like he coming up with an idea or something, bro.
Right. Like he got somebody he can exchange. Boy, sit your ass down.
I got my cousin Willie over here.
You're right. I'm gonna give you. Hey, look, y'all give me Brittany. I'm gonna give y'all my cousin Willie. And hell nah. Roy need to cut that shit out.
Hey, the Russian motherfuckers over there like, Roy Jones. Is that a congressman?
Hey, you know what? You know what? Hey, they gonna look at some tapes of him, and well, you know what? When he come over here, we'll snatch his ass up. We gonna keep Roy over here. Cause Roy wanna put his 2 cents in the shit, and Roy ain't got no kind of stroke.
They don't sit there to try to figure out who the hell Roy is.
If you ain't got no stroke, you ain't got no business running your mouth. If you ain't got no stroke, if you can't go over there and get nothing. Come on, don't sit there. I will go there. I'll put my life on the line. You ain't going no fucking where. Come on, Roy, cut that shit out.
I don't know why he even said that shit, bro.
Right, shut up.
He put his life on the line.
Oh, he put my life on the line.
Really? I'm with a bomb on this one. Really?
Roy, kick rocks.
Come the fuck over, bro. What's going on, OnlyFans?
Oh my God, this
What's going on with you?
Man, people crazy, man.
That's funny as shit, though.
Oh,
and you know, Herschel Walker, they done found out he got 3 more kids. He never announced it.
Hey, the best thing I can say about Herschel Walker is a jackass. That's all I can say about Herschel Walker is a jackass. You know what I'm saying? He out here running his mouth. You know, when running his mouth, and he ain't got no credibility. He just about ass backwards.
Backwards. Got his son out here.
He butt ass backwards. Him and his little gay son.
And he had made a video saying that his father was absent his whole life.
Say what?
Yeah. Fruity Patootie Walker said that.
Oh my goodness.
But why is he over there promoting his ass?
Hey Jay, Fruity Patootie Walker said that shit, right?
Oh, we got Jay in the house. My man.
He said,
That's crazy though.
He wasn't there. But look, the motherfucker was an NFL player. Like, how much time was he going to really be there?
Hey, look, his son. Well, I mean, the best only thing I can say about his son is a flaming homosexual who coming out here talking all this nonsense, and his son talk more nonsense than Herschel talk. Definitely. You don't know who the bigger jackass, him or his son.
Definitely a fruity patootie, boy.
That nigga. Oh my God!
Fall far from the tree.
Right, because I always thought Herschel had a little sugar in his tank.
Exactly. I always thought that too.
You know,
he got multiple walkers running around this motherfucker.
Because I didn't call him Herschel. I used to call him Hershey.
Look at him. Who's gonna take a joint like that? Hershey Walker.
A Hershey bar.
Hershey Walker.
Hershey Walker. Ooh, baby.
Jay, you been listening to the January 6th hearings and shit?
Yeah, I heard some stuff of it, but the more I hear about it, the more I say, the motherfuckers ain't gonna get no time.
I still think that somebody gonna get some time, but I just don't think it's gonna be Trump.
He definitely ain't gonna get no time. People around him gonna get some time.
As always,
ain't gonna get no time.
Yeah.
Because they want him to run again, so they'd take the time for him, and he'll come in there. They expect him to come back in there and pardon them.
Yeah.
That's just it.
But ain't that always been the issue or been a situation with Trump? Everybody around him, the people around him, get time, get hemmed up, and all this, that, and the third, but don't let him fall back on him.
No, they don't want him to run again, bro.
But then they want.
But he gonna run again.
He already said he gonna run again, but
he ain't announced that yet.
He ain't gotta announce it.
I mean, it's just obvious.
He ain't gotta announce it.
You gotta make announcements for that.
He gonna make an announcement when he feel like making an announcement. But as soon as he make an announcement, ain't nobody else gonna want to run because they scared of him. I mean, the dude got a big platform, and whatever he say.
What's the Republican in Florida that did the motherfucking Disneyland thing? Sanchez, what's his name? Sanchez, some shit like that.
Something like that.
They like him. I doubt he run though. Then you got the only black Republican in the joint they got. He said he wanted Trump to run. So Scott,
but
Tim Scott.
Trump. The thing about it is, Trump got a loyal following, and he got a. I think the best thing I can say about it, Trump got a rabid fan base.
Yeah.
And them people gonna do whatever it is he say, because if you listen to the January 6th hearings and all of that, whatever Trump tell these people to do, they do. If Trump tell these people to run up in the Capitol, they running up in the Capitol. If Trump tell these people to, whatever he tell them to do, he gonna do.
If Trump pisses in their cereal, they gonna say it's milk.
Hey, have mercy.
Ain't gonna taste like it, bro.
Have mercy.
Damn sure ain't gonna taste like when they hit the.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't lying. If Trump tell them if Trump piss in their Fruit Loops, they gonna say it's vitamin D milk.
See one of them come out the joint today. They asked him about the January 6th hearings and shit. And he was like, I ain't watching. I don't watch none of that. All that stuff fake. See, that's what I mean. Like if the people that follow him around don't look at the facts, then of course they will keep saying the same damn thing. He still around saying that somebody stole the election from him.
Right. he still think he had more people at his inauguration than Obama did.
Yeah, he's still on that.
And it ain't nobody. It ain't nobody that had more people at that inauguration than Obama.
He's smoking that good.
And it was cold as a bug that day. It was cold as hell.
Yeah, I definitely had me a ticket out there.
Mm-hmm. I was planning on going down there that day, and then it was like 12 degrees. Shit, hell no. Nah. I'm watching this on TV.
It was damn sure packed down there, motherfucker.
Was it ever?
And his joint was small as shit. He said, I had the largest one ever.
Right, largest one ever.
He started his joint off like that. We knew he was gonna be a liar.
Hey, look, he ain't had more people than he damn sure had more people than Obama. He ain't had more people. He ain't even had more people than Bush, and nobody wanted Bush. He ain't had no more people than Clinton or Reagan or none of them. But he's a lying ass. So
damn sure one of them.
The only people that was at his joint was the motherfuckers with the sheets on their head. They surely was down there.
The KK mother loving the K.
McCain, not McCain. One of the Cheney daughter is in the committee and shit.
Liz Cheney.
Yeah, Liz Cheney.
They try to oust her out of the Republican Party.
Hell yeah.
But how they doing it is they want her out, another guy out. They want Manchin to switch over from the Democrats. They got this guy.
Well, they can have Manchin already. Now, in fact, I don't know if they can have Manchin. We fuck around with a full-blown Republican in West Virginia. We do that shit.
Shit, Manchin acting like a full. I'm about to say Manchin acting like a full-blown Republican.
Not a full-blown one though. If you get one of those Trump Republicans in there, that's another Republican there. That's different.
Hey, at this point, it can't be too much different than Manchin.
Manchin will vote for gay rights. I think he would. You know what I'm saying? He'll vote for certain things he just can't do. He don't do. If it's money, finances, he ain't gonna vote for it. Guns, he ain't gonna vote for it. For all the other Democrats, he don't give a fuck.
But like I keep saying, I think that Joe Manchin is stuck between a rock and a hard place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think he want to, but if he don't cater to the voters in West Virginia, which is a red state for real, he's not going to. He's a Democrat. He's a Democrat in a red state, so he gotta cater to them people no matter what, or he's not going to get reelected.
Exactly. I think when he was elected as a Democrat, it wasn't as red as it is now. So where he can't even survive without just going with Republican shit.
Right. And right now, West Virginia is blood red.
Exactly.
You don't get no redder than what is West Virginia.
I guarantee you, the person under him probably a Republican.
Yeah, I bet he is one. I bet it's not many. I think when we end this show, I'll look at that. We'll find out how many actual Republicans is in office in West Virginia and how many Democrats. And I'm willing to bet it is very few Democrats. So they gotta cater to that Republican voter base, or they don't have a chance of getting in the office
at all. I was saying, so when some of these bills we won, they just can't do nothing with that shit. They Republicans for it.
Basically.
They be using Manchin for the gun shit. Now, Trump had a motherfucking I don't know if that was it wasn't a press conference. We had a speech earlier and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're gonna tap into some of this shit he be rapping about.
Governor Mark Robinson of North Carolina and his wife. Religion, you know that. Trying to shred our Constitution, trying to demolish the rule of law, and even attacking the rights of parents to raise their own children the way they want them raised. As I've said before, the greatest danger to America is not our enemies from the outside, as powerful as they may be, and they get more and more powerful because we allowed that to happen. The greatest danger to America is the destruction of our nation from the people from within. And you know the people I'm talking about. That is why this November we're going to stand up to this left-wing fascism, and we're going to take back our freedom. We're going to take back our country in November.
All right, let's do something with that right there. Already, he beginning his thing off with the same shit, really.
Yeah, because I want to know he's coming back. He's coming with the statement, "We're going to take back our country." Whose country is it?
He's doing it again.
Whose country is he taking back? Because if
he said the leftists, he said
this is a Juneteenth weekend, so let's be real. Who the hell built this country? It was built on the backs, on the sweat, on the work. It was built on black people.
But see,
and he talk about he talk about we're going to take back our country.
Let's stay on that one statement right there, right? He made right there.
That's right.
People say he's not racist, right? But when he say that, what's the first thing you just reacted to? You see what happened? But when people say it's not racist, it's automatic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When he
get make America white again.
When you say I'm gonna take it back, people not thinking about no left wingers or no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They think about we white people gotta take our country back, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no, and that's like a whistle. When they say they blowing whistles,
it's a dog whistle.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean,
a dog whistle. But now we're gonna start pointing out dog whistles. You know what I'm saying? That's a dog whistle right there. But people don't know what dog whistles are.
Yes, sir.
It's a little one right there, a nugget one. Something like back when Reagan was saying welfare queen, shit like that.
Oh my God. You took it back right there.
Right.
We was talking about that one. We was talking about that one the other night. The welfare, the welfare queen comments.
Yeah, exactly.
They get on Hillary about the super predator comment, but they'll skip over that Reagan comment about the welfare queens. And when if you look into the matter and you get your facts together, you will find out that it is more white people on welfare than it is black people.
Most definitely. But they don't do their facts though.
Oh no, they don't get their facts. They get a fact. They get the facts that they think is right. But this Juneteenth holiday,
one thing about the motherfuckers that be voting for all this nonsense, it's like they never see the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? It's always about one narrow thing and shit. And they just vote with that shit and then forget about the big picture. You know what I'm saying? Especially the motherfuckers just, like you pointed out a couple of joints before, white motherfuckers, white people, they're just like us. You know what I'm saying? They vote for this party that's against all their interests.
I mean, that's true because you got it's as many poor blacks as you have. Well, not just to say poor blacks. You have poor blacks, you have poor Hispanics, you have poor Asians, you have poor people of many races out here. And just as you have many poor people of many races out here, you have just as many or more poor whites. And but what they'll do is they'll tell the poor whites what they want to hear. You see, the poor blacks and the poor other ethnicities, we done heard that shit before. And you're not gonna pull a wool over our eyes, especially the poor blacks. You're not gonna hit us with the okey doke. You know, you're not gonna play us like we boo boo the fool. But you can play the poor whites and the poor white people, you know, the white people that's living in trailer parks or the white people that's living in basically white ghettos. Because what is a ghetto? A ghetto is a congregation of people of a like ethnicity, if you will. Because you have white ghettos, you have black ghettos, you have Hispanic ghettos, you have ghettos of all
Korean ghettos, African ghettos,
all of them. So when you had, you tell people, you tell these white people, and that's the fucked up part, because they'll put a white wool over wool over the eyes of the white people all the time and tell the white people what they want to hear. Well, if we vote for this one, he'll get us out of our white ghetto. Bullshit. Because at the end of the day, you are still in the trailer park.
Example. Good. See, this is the example I'll be saying, because if the average white person that's in our bracket, right, if they was to stop and think, okay, they vote for Republicans. They white, they vote for Republicans. They working class, they vote for Republicans. What is the first thing Republicans do when they get in charge to do something? They
give a tax break to the rich.
ASAP. And everybody know the president can't get many strikes at shit. That if he do that the first one, that'll be the last strike he get for anything to the next term. Shit, almost. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna vote for nothing else after that. So if you start off with a tax cut for the rich, you done, poor peoples. There's nothing to be done for you. And Republicans is not putting up no bills to help you.
Look,
that's what I get confused on why you vote for that. Other
this
than guns
is the problem.
And gay marriage.
Black people don't vote. They don't vote because they feel that nothing is in their interest. And then the white people who vote, whether they know it or not, they vote against their interests. Because they are sold a bill of goods on one thing, but they are delivered another thing.
Exactly.
And the black people who are a great, I'm gonna say a great voting bloc if they would stick together. Because the many black people who don't vote because they feel as though it is nothing in their interest. But if they will go out and do the research, like we tell them to do all the time, we tell them on this podcast, we tell y'all to do the research, find out who you vote, find out who's running, see what they stand on, and vote for the people who stand for the issues that you believe in. And if you would do that, you are a great and mighty voting bloc. And you vote according to your interests and what concerns you and what you feel affects you. You will make a mighty difference on election day.
That's true. But now, if you take that thought process from a white person, right? And
correct.
The first thing one of the candidates says is, we're gonna ban Muslims and we'll keep the Mexicans over the border, right? So from that point on, Your values got to be bigotry to follow this person. There's just no way around that. You started it off with that. That means anybody that start following him after that knows this is a bigot campaign. From the beginning, though.
From the beginning.
He never hid none of that.
Well, see, what I don't understand is this. Especially the poor whites. At the beginning of this campaign of Trump and Bush, and let me see, before Bush, it was Bush the father, Reagan, and Gerald Ford, and so on and so forth, and Nixon. Okay, you was in the trailer park when these campaigns began, but who the hell got you out the trailer park? You still in the trailer park when these campaigns are over.
That's what I'm trying to tell them. So the thing is, they don't do nothing, and they stop somebody else from doing something, the Democrat. So you end up with nothing, period.
You end up with nothing all the way around. Exactly. You end up with double nothing.
Jay, what you think about the poor whites and their voting interests and shit, man? Because I don't know if they got that thing right. Hold up, Jay, you can hear us? Hey, no. Oh no! Don't worry about. Oh no, you muted anyway.
And the problem is, a lot of the poor white people, y'all in the same boat as the poor black people. Okay, the only difference is y'all ain't chitlins and hog balls and shit like that. But y'all in the same y'all in the same boat we in. You dig what I'm saying?
If you try, you like it.
If you try, you like it. A hog maw is a wonderful thing with some collard greens. You dig what I'm saying? But
what they say, don't knock it till you try it.
Don't knock it till you try it. But all I'm saying is, look, a lot of you poor whites, you poor Hispanics, you poor Asians, you poor whatever. Y'all are in the same boat as us poor blacks. But y'all didn't listen to the okie doke. Y'all didn't listen to the okie doke, and y'all believe that shit, that y'all think y'all can get out of the muck and mire that the black people in quicker than we can if y'all listen to what these Republicans are telling you. But at the end of the day, y'all still in the same shit and in the worst position than we are.
ASAP. Way worse. It makes it hell yeah. Because you really voting against yourself.
Right.
Which brings
because when we have a poor people's campaign march on Washington, nobody said it was a poor black people's campaign. Nobody said it was a poor Hispanic people's campaign. It was a poor Asian people campaign. We said it was a poor people's campaign. And when it's a poor people campaign, we are talking about everybody. It's an all-inclusive. It is an all-inclusive people, not just one race, one people. We are talking about everybody. When we talking about poor people, we are talking about poor Asians, poor blacks, poor Hispanics, and so on and so forth. So people have to listen.
That's true. That's true. Because if you listen to two candidates and one of them is saying, you poor, right? And one of them saying, I'm gonna give you help. I'm trying to get you much health care free as possible. You can get. I'm trying to see you to school, college, much free as possible, right? And then the other one is just saying, I'm gonna make sure you keep your guns. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna put some judges in there. Like, that's it. That's their campaign, bro.
Right. Hey, remember when a couple years ago the it was a senator, I think he got cancer. And he say, well, he come out and say, well, I can't pay for it on my own, but I'm gonna use Obamacare because Obamacare will get me to where I need to be and get me what I need. And people would think Obamacare is for a certain people, or well, Obamacare just will get black people health care or whatever the fuck. But it turned out that senators, people who in a higher up echelon of society, they needed Obamacare, needed to use Obamacare too, because when they got sick, they needed a safety net, if you will.
Exactly.
So
people don't remember the big thing about the healthcare before Obama came, right? People were dying. People were going bankrupt. Somebody get sick in the family, it was over. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't pay for nothing. That's how it was, yeah. So all these senators that vote against the Obama bill, they all use it. It's the dumbest shit, bro. But they never gonna put up a bill that like that though.
Right.
It's the stupidest
They
shit.
trashed it. They trashed Obamacare.
That's because it benefits them and don't benefit nobody else.
It's called the Affordable Care Act. A senator shouldn't even have to use no shit like that. You feel me? They all use it. Remember? Oh, you talking about Kane? He the one that was.
It wasn't Kane. It was another senator. It was a senator who was he was lesser known, but
Kane
he came out and said
the government.
He came out and said, hey, he said I couldn't afford to pay for my cancer treatment, but what Obamacare did for me, you know what I'm saying? It allowed him to get his treatments, get his medication, and get whatever he needed.
Save his life.
Even better than what the plan that Congress was on, the government plan. So people gotta really I think that whatever's out there, people got to really look and read and do the research into what is really out there, because you can't go by what people say on 24-hour cable news, and because people gonna make comments along their own interests and shit, because if people don't want if Republicans don't want you to use Obamacare because using Obamacare is against their interests, they're gonna trash it. But I think that what we do on this podcast, one thing we do on this podcast is we try to get people to educate people. Look, you gotta do what's in your best interest, and if you do what's in your best interest, then you can't go wrong, because you can't listen to what people say on the news. You can't what people write on blogs, what people write in newspapers and whatever. You got to do the research for yourself and do what's best for you. And if you don't, at the end of the day, when it go wrong for you, you ain't got nobody to blame but yourself.
Now, some you said earlier, to put the facts out on that. Out of all the senators and congressmen in West Virginia, 34 of them, 23 of them Republicans out of 34. So it's 23 out of 34. All Republicans in West Virginia. Now, one thing about the beginning of celebrating Juneteenth, right? Which I don't even know people understand what is that all about. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think people understand the gravity of what that is. You know what I'm saying? It's like it was a point in time in our history where this was the only thing we celebrated. You know what I'm saying? With motherfucking parties and fish fries and shit. You know what I'm saying? This was our celebration. Over the like 90s and early 2000s, it kind of went away. You know? We stopped celebrating that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because people, I think people today is real disconnected from our past, our history and shit. You know what I'm saying? Not only disconnected, they don't even want to know what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. I'll say this. You know, when me and you around, we're around the same age. I think I'm a little bit older than you, but when we was in school, we learned about Martin Luther King, and we learned about uh the struggle that black people was going through to a certain extent. I don't think we learned everything there was to know, but we learned. They taught us a certain extent, up to a certain extent.
They make it so bad.
And but the thing about it was we cared. We wanted to know. We wanted to know about that because we was one at the most two. We was one generation removed from that struggle. You know, and as as time went along, a lot of the youngins out here today, they think that what went on in the 60s and early 70s and even the mid 70s don't affect them.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's crazy.
But it does affect them. And it's something they need to know because that's you might think that's 30, 40 years. 30, 40 years is not a long time.
No, we're in 2020 now. 1920, we was fucked. 1920.
We were told
I
down.
know everybody knows somebody at least 60 years old, 70 years old. Shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what 100 right there.
Look here. Look here. My great grandfather, who passed in the early 80s, he died. He was 118 years old when he died. He was born a slave. That's in my lifetime. You know what I'm saying? In my lifetime, I'm only 51 years old.
I'm saying, that's what I mean. It ain't that far.
It's not far out of my lifetime. You dig what I'm saying? My great grandfather on one side of my family died at 118. He was born a slave. My great grandmother on the other side of my family died at 107. She wasn't born a slave, but she wasn't far removed. True. Come on. I'm only 51. If you 40 and 30 years old and you think that doesn't affect you or that doesn't have any meaning to you, that's bullshit.
They just don't. They just need to read and learn our history because that history is deep, bro. We talking about people who were brought here on ships.
On ships.
Brought here. I want you to look at this shit for me. Not sitting up there with some wine in their hand, laid stacked on top of each other, bro.
Right. And if you want to know what's really going on, what really went on, look at Roots. I'm not talking about that new Roots that they remade. Look at the original Alex Haley Roots.
That's true.
How our people were captured, how people was brought over in chains, how people were beat, how the things that happen to our people, you know, as we was brought over to this country. But look at the impact. Even though we went through all that we went through, the way we was captured, the way we was brought over here as slaves, the way we was treated, the way everything happened. You look at the impact that we made on this country, and that black people have made an influence on this country like no other people has ever made.
Just think of the original way getting here. Just think of that way. That will show you the picture of your tragedy going on for 1,000 years. The way you was brought here, bro. You're thrown stacked on top of each other in a fucking shit, bro. Half of us is just jumping out. Like, for example, the people that died and stuff like this are the people that never seen us free. You know what I'm saying?
But it is no other people that has made an impact on the culture, on the I can't think of I can't get the word that I'm thinking, but on the culture, on the
just the fabric
way
of
this
America
country,
itself.
on the way this country has grown. I mean, you look
of America itself.
Right. The way black people has made an impact. Nobody has.
Starting from the ship.
White people is as much as white people try to hold us back. White culture doesn't have the impact on this culture, on this country, the way black culture has the impact on this country.
Oh no. Not just this country, the world. Because if you look on any social media site, you're gonna see people in China mimicking shit we was doing in the 80s, dressing like us and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's the same shit.
The 80s, you can go back to the 70s. And from the 70s on, no culture, no people has made an impact on the world. Let me tell you something. It is one person and has made an impact on this world and the culture on this world. He's a black person more than anybody. You name me anybody who has made a impact fashion wise, entertainment wise, culture wise, has made an impact among the world and this country more than Michael Jackson.
That's the world again. Not just this country. You know what I'm saying? But again, the impact of coming from the ship. Now get to the reason why we celebrate Juneteenth. One reason is, well, the whole reason is this is the day where the where slaves were so-called free. You know what I'm saying? When we say so-called free, is because by law we were free, but people like in Texas found ways around that with the Confederate army and all that to go around the laws to keep slaves by keeping information from them, where they don't know they've been free, or you know what I'm saying, making them work, telling them you're gonna pay them now because now it's against the law to slave people. You got to pay them, right? So you keep them slaving, you keep slaving them, and say, okay, now I'm gonna start paying you because that's the law now, but never pay them. So you still slaving. You see what I'm saying? So that went on in Texas the whole time. Texas was like the main battleground where this whole thing just, you know what I'm saying, erupted, you know?
Oh, Texas wasn't the main battleground. It was the battleground period because Texas was the last.
Yes, they had.
If it wasn't for Texas, it wouldn't have been a Juneteenth. Exactly. Because Texas held out longer than anybody and kept people enslaved.
Exactly.
Until June 19th, whatever.
Yes, they had the most slave plants in the country, in the world. They had like 9 joints. It had so many that the rest of, you know how it was against the law, so the rest of the states would send their slaves to Texas.
Correct.
So they could just keep them slaves. You know what I'm saying? This shit was crazy. They start smuggling black people around the country. It's just think about that for a while, man. Just the plight we came through. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget, before that we was getting hit with whips and all that good shit. Raped, especially our black ladies. Our black ladies.
I'm gonna tell you, it's like this in my estimation. There has never been a race of people who has been through more, who has endured more
exactly
than black people or people of African descent.
Exactly. And I really take
in this country than anybody.
I really say that, and then the bottom total pole of that are black women.
Yes, sir.
So out of all that misery, they still come in last of that.
Our black women, you know, our black women have been through more.
Exactly.
Our black women have been through more shit than anybody. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta remember.
And then
they were still slaved, and they were still being raped. They were still being used as maids. You know what I'm saying? The whole
all of that.
Even
and until this day,
when white women said they had enough of being treated like that, still black women were still at the end of that line.
But until this day, you know what I'm saying? Our black women, I'm gonna say our beautiful black women.
I love them.
Yes, our beautiful black women.
I love these black ladies.
They are going through still going through the same things and even worse because of black men. Because because of the way they are portrayed, the way they are talked about in music and portrayed in movies and such. You know what I'm saying? Our black women have been through so much.
Exactly.
And it is past time. It is above time that these hey,
that's why
I'll say it. Y'all motherfucking niggas out here, you need to treat our black women with respect. Because our black women have went through so much. You know, they have been basically sexual playthings for the slave master.
Yep.
You know,
long time for that to end because the wives were helping that out.
You know what I'm saying? The wives don't want to get a slave master no sex, so he'll go out there and find a slave girl that he digging on, and he'll go and have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 babies,
and slave them all.
Okay. Hey, look at Thomas Jefferson. Look at all. You ain't got to look no further than Thomas Jefferson.
Like you said, mulatto.
Mulattoes.
You know,
and there's some fine mulattoes out there too.
Now everybody gotta understand that when Abraham Lincoln did sign this, it wasn't easy. It wasn't nothing that everybody wanted him to do. It was something he forced to happen. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta give him a lot of credit for that because he could have just said, "Fuck that, let's move to something else." You know what I'm saying? He could have moved on some other shit and been safe. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't have got his head blown off and all that shit. He took his time out to force the free slaves. It was real important for him to do that. He wanted to do that. You gotta give him credit for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And back to the previous subject, look, brothers, y'all got to treat our sisters with respect, because 1, 2 generations, not more than that, 1, 2 generations before us, our sisters, our grandmothers, our great grandmothers, they've been through hell. They've been through hell. And the white man put them through hell. And now the black man put them through hell. And of all the shit that our sisters, our black women been through, for us to refer to this day and age, to refer to our women, as black women, as bitches and hoes and skanks, hood rats, sluts, or whatever the fuck.
If the glove fit,
we wrong. We wrong.
If the glove fit, ask motherfucker Simpson. The glove fit.
If the glove fits you, if it doesn't fit, you must have quit. What I'm saying, man, you know what I'm saying, brothers. I mean, just all our black women ain't sluts and skanks and hood rats and shit like that. So you know what I'm saying. We gotta show the ones that's really out here doing something. We gotta show them some respect.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying.
That's Juneteenth for sure.
Juneteenth, because I mean, even though when the Emancipation Proclamation came down, Texas said, "Fuck y'all, we gonna keep on keeping on."
Exactly. Remember, because it was. Remember, they had their own president. They had their own. That's what started Civil War. They had their own president, their own government, their own laws.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You had a confederacy.
They conceded away, so they kept slavery. You know what I'm saying?
You had a confederacy that said, "Fuck y'all."
And what was the Civil War for all y'all?
And what was the Civil War about?
For all y'all left messages on the podcast we did about the Confederate flag. I don't know. Rick J, you remember those messages?
Yeah.
About when the Confederate flag, they was leaving those joints. Talking about one of them said, "Nah, there was jobs for black people." Like, huh?
I got a job for black people for your ass.
Said there was jobs for black people. And fuck the NAACP.
Oh yeah, he said that too. And it's like, bruh, you need to do your history on the Confederate Army, bruh. They ain't try to tell us, oh, black people was in there too. I mean, y'all was slaving us. I mean, what, you gonna stop at the army? Fuck you mean?
Hey,
Hey,
but people need to realize this. What the Civil War was about. It was about one thing. It was one group of people who wanted to continue slavery, and it was one group of people who wanted to get rid of slavery. And the people,
it was real simple.
And the people who wanted to continue slavery lost. And the messed up thing about that is the people who wanted to continue slavery, to this day, these people revere these people. They want to. I mean, look at Virginia, Robert E. Lee, and such, and go on, and they got statues and monuments to these people who wanted to continue slavery.
Good point.
And that's what the Civil War was about. It was about slavery. And who won out? The majority of the people in America at the time, even though it was a slave state or slave union or whatever, but the people won out who found slavery to be immoral, to be wrong, to be something that they didn't want this country to be about. And you got to this day people who want to keep statues of Robert E. Lee and Jefferson Davis and
Good
such
point.
and such alone.
Good point.
And to turn back the hands of Clark.
No, what it is, you
Correct.
don't do your history where they defending people that wanted to keep us slaves. Like these statues were put up because they was admiring the slave owners and the slave generals, the generals that wanted to keep slavery. They was their stars. Unitas, whatever the fuck these fools' names is, the Lees and all these fools. You know what I'm saying? That's when they had these statues put up. So you have people in their history growing up as white people thinking they people to admire. You feel me? And we on the other side, black people looking at them as murderers and trying to keep us slaves.
Right. And they don't understand why when we as black people see a Confederate flag and we don't dig that.
At all.
It's offensive. It is offensive to us or whatever. But you got to understand, people these days, you have to understand. If you go back to the Civil War, it was about one thing. It was one group of people that wanted to continue slavery, and group of people that didn't. The people who didn't want to continue slavery won out. And then the people who want to continue slavery to this day
still fight.
They honor and
General Lees and
they honor the General Lees and the Jefferson Davises and so much and they think that we wrong when we get offended because y'all want to honor these people. How the hell we supposed to not be offended? Y'all think that we supposed to be cool with y'all wanting to honor people that wanted to keep us as second-class citizens.
Now, this is a good point you make right here. Because when you equate, like you just articulated about the statues, right? When we call the president a racist or bigot, it's when you defend stuff like that. Now, I know y'all remember when they was trying to keep the statues up when Trump was president, and it became a big thing, right? On those statue removals or something.
Correct.
He wanted to keep them up. Now, let's go back to when he had that press conference, right? After you just explained what everything was about, right? Let's just take, you don't know this person, right? He's not Donald Trump right now. He's just a person come out and voice his opinion about what you just discussed, bro. And just listen to what he talking.
This week, an unapologetic Donald Trump appeared to offer support to racists who attended a weekend rally in Charlottesville, Virginia.
Not all of those people were neo-Nazis, believe me. Not all of those people were white supremacists by any stretch.
Trump doubled down on Thursday, again showing support for one of the major causes of the white supremacist movement. Sad to see the history and culture of our great country being ripped apart with the removal of our beautiful statues and monuments, Trump tweeted.
Now hold on. Right there. Just that right there for a minute. Just his tweets. He defending everything you just said, Tony, right? One side lost, one side won. He defended the ones that lost. Now you see what I'm saying?
Correct.
And then as president, tweeting all this stuff out, like, can't change history, but you can learn from Robert E. Lee?
What the hell can you learn from Robert E. Lee?
Stonewall Jackson?
Yeah.
We can learn from them, really?
Let's look.
Oh my God!
I want people out there to realize this. Black people from the Civil War on, and we can go World War I, World War II, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, on down to the wars in Iraq and wherever. Black people have fought for this country in every war since the Civil War.
Exactly. And then 1917 is when we rebelled again because they want to treat us like fucking slaves while we in the army. And the people that was in the army, black men and that I love, that I never forget y'all. See, people forget people like y'all. Y'all make it possible for heroes like us to be live all over the world talking shit like this. You know what I'm saying? So 1917,
correct.
These motherfuckers said, nah, y'all ain't gonna treat us like no slave. Like you just said, we've been in all these wars for America. And then
we've been on the wars.
Exactly.
We've been in black people that's fought in everything. You know what I'm saying?
When
maybe even when we didn't want to, but
they wanted to slave the soldiers, the black soldiers, though, bro. And they marched
to and people need to realize one thing, that black people are just as patriotic as white people. You got brothers out here, you know what I'm saying, who carry the flag and wear the flag and who love this country. I love this country. Me myself, because I cannot do things in another country that I can do in this country. You know what I'm saying? In this country, you have a freedom. You have a freedom that you will not know and you will not have in another country. You know what I'm saying? You will not have the freedom in Russia or China that you have in this country. I love this country. I love the flag. And people don't understand that black people love this country.
Exactly.
It is Hispanic and Asian and all kind of people that love this country. But the problem is that the people in power don't realize that. We are just as patriotic as the next person. Right.
On the flip side of that, it's plenty of black people, like Harriet Tubman. He didn't even want to fucking put her on the $20 bill, but you want to keep Stonewall Jackson and Robert
a bitch ass nigga.
Really?
A bitch ass nigga.
What the fuck? Look at these tweets though, bro.
Right. Come on.
And then motherfuckers look at us like, he's not racist. What are you talking about? Right. Huh? Are you looking at the same info, bro?
Hey, look, let me quote the words of the late great James Brown.
Yeah, now.
When he said, I don't want to be a millionaire. I just want my proper share. And that's all we asking for. We're not asking for more. We're not asking for everything. We are not asking to be a millionaire. We just want our proper share. We want y'all to acknowledge of what we did to build this country.
ASAP too.
And that's what Juneteenth is about.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That even when the Emancipation Proclamation was handed down, the state of Texas fucked us.
Yep. They was the last holdouts.
Basically, the state of Texas said, "What? Oh, they free? Fuck them. We're not gonna free them. We'll free them when we get ready to free them."
And again,
or when they do, come on.
Again, what happened down in Texas?
All we asking, and that's what black people always did. Even though you took black people from their homeland, you took Africans from their homeland, and you brought them over here to basically build this country. We didn't ask you for more. We just asked you for our proper share. We just asked you, look, yeah, you fucked us over. You did us wrong. We're not asking you above and beyond. All we asking you is for our proper share.
And another thing, when they said we was free, once he passed that bill, once that happened, all us black people ain't know that. The communication shit wasn't like it is now. Like, you had to have people. You had to have black people travel on their feet around the United States to find all the black people they can find and let them know they're free. You know what I'm saying? And then when they tell them, they scared to leave because they don't know that to believe this or not. You know what I'm saying? So I shout out to the black people that went back to get some of the black people that was unslaved, that didn't know they was free, didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? So shouts out to y'all. I don't forget y'all. Me and Tony.
It is something about Juneteenth. Juneteenth. It shows that, yeah, y'all didn't play fair. White people didn't play fair. Y'all didn't play fair with us. When it was handed down that we was free, you fucked us. You fucked us over.
Cotton was their thing. The economy was the thing. Yeah. And the labor was our black asses.
Basically. This country was built on free labor.
Thank you. You walking on roads. There's some roads in America that slaves put there. Right. Fuck out of here.
And I always, I listen to other ethnicities that talk about how they treated over here, Hispanics and this, that, and the third. But I always go back to my man Paul Mooney, the late great Paul Mooney, when he said, "Yeah, you got a gripe, Hispanics chose to come over here and work for a quarter. Black people were brought over here in chains to work for free. So we don't want to hear that shit." You feel me? I can't hear you.
Muted. I said that, it was bullshit, to be honest with you. Talk about, we was treated right, but we was treated worse than the bottom of the fucking barrel. Motherfuckers was getting hung for no reason, whipped. There ain't no good damn treatment. You muted. You muted. Yeah.
I wasn't talking anyway, though, so it don't matter. Good.
Knock yourself out.
Oh, we just made a good point about Juneteenth. That's all we wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Go into details a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Break it down. That's all we wanted to do with that. And we'll never forget, ever forget the Negro.
Ever.
That paved the way for our black ass to sit here live, worldwide, talking shit.
Right.
Yeah,
and it's a lot of young cats out here today. They don't understand the sacrifices that a Martin Luther King, what a Malcolm X, and what a Medgar Evers and a Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton did. Just for us, just to allow us to be on here tonight on a Saturday night at 11:11 in the PM and talk shit.
Exactly. People don't understand how crucial that was. The stages.
People don't understand that, right? And it's not just about them, because it was people. It was the John Lewises.
True.
And so on and so forth, and it is people,
Emmett
Till, and there's two people. It's many
people sacrifice their fucking life.
Right. It's many people too numerous to name that allow us to come on here tonight on Hood View Politics. Me, Rabbit, and Jay to talk the way we talked this evening.
That's true.
And for the people that's out there listening, hey, we appreciate that. And we acknowledge that. But we want y'all to acknowledge that too, because it's a lot of people that paved the way. Because look, in this country, it wasn't meant. I'm gonna say, from the founding fathers and the people that started this country, it wasn't meant for us to be able to do what we do to this day. So
shouts out to all those motherfuckers. Every one of y'all.
Yes, ah.
On Juneteenth Day.
Yeah. And I'll have you a scoop of Juneteenth ice cream.
Celebrate.
Yeah, celebrate.
Get you some motherfucking Juneteenth ice cream. Pull that grill out. You know what I'm saying? Now.
You know what I'm saying? Because look, as you can see from the Juneteenth celebrations, it was some states and some people who did everything they could do in their power to keep us as a people held down and enslaved. And shout out to the people who fought through it.
Appreciate you. That's why we can't stand people like Clarence Thomas.
Yes,
that's why we can't stand them. Can't take
That's
it.
why we can't stand
him. Can't do it. Can't win with him. Can't do
it.
He
cursed.
Hey, who used to say that shit?
I say, on Juneteenth, on June 19th, 2022, Clarence Thomas can kiss my black ass. Plain and simple. He kissed my black ass. He can put some chapstick on his lips, and that's the way I feel about that punk motherfucker. That's the way I feel.
Democrats trying to make him resign. They got a petition going on and shit.
And they should. Put his punk ass. You know what I'm saying?
His wife that nigga knee deep in that January 6th shit.
Knee deep.
Ain't that some shit?
A sucker ass nigga.
Knee deep, Jay. The Supreme Court and his wife, knee deep.
Knee
deep in this shit.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna cut you there, because I don't want to use the word knee deep, because knee deep is the name of my favorite Parliament Funkadelic song.
Yeah, now.
Because there's something about the music that make me do my thing. And I don't want to associate with knee deep with a coon like Clarence Thomas. And that's the way I feel.
We definitely don't want to do that. Associate those.
Nah, because hey, look, I'm telling y'all, if y'all want some funk in your life, you go ahead. All y'all out there that's listening tonight, go ahead and dial up Knee Deep by Funkadelic. And we will not associate Knee Deep with a coon like Clarence Thomas.
We can go out on it, send people this Funkadelic. You know what I'm saying, Jay?
Hell yeah. Something about the music, it makes me want to sing.
Hey, we appreciate everybody
right now.
Everybody tune into our podcast, the Hoodview Part 6, you know what I'm saying? Follow, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Check us out. This is a growing podcast, so we hope you can check us out as we grow. You know what I'm saying, dog? Jay,
yes, sir.
You know that third perspective tomorrow. You know what I'm saying, dog? Tony, you got something you got to say for jump out of the hood view?
Yeah, we're gonna jump out of hood view tonight. You know what I'm saying? And we appreciate everybody that tune in and listen to us. Rap on about our perspective and on what's going on in politics today. And like I said, we're gonna continue to bring it to you live, uncut, and the only way we know how to bring it.
And we open for debate.
And we
anybody
open
podcast anytime.
We are open. Hey, and my man, he I invited him. I'd invited him several times.
We live
but
worldwide.
you know, he got more excuses than a mofo on death row.
Hey, it ain't their time to be going. We got mass shootings and all this shit going.
You got more excuses than a mofo on death row.
They ain't got no excuses for
all I'm asking, my man, hey, Kevin, I asked you, and I didn't hit you up a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? You know how I am. Me and him grew up. We done grew up together. I knew this dude since the dirt. He know I ain't gonna hurt him.
We not
ignoring his ass.
We ignoring him. We leaving him on scent. Oh no!
Yeah. Hey, but I'm gonna let y'all know too, because we got some things coming out. I got some things coming out soon. We gonna do some real big things on these podcasts, and hey, y'all hanging on there with us, because we got something for your ass.
Yeah, no. Hey, every Tuesday live, and we might sprout up another day. You never know. So follow us.
Hey, man, we done went Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and then we done did a Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, no, you definitely, no matter what, is gonna see us on Tuesday, regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, we're gonna be back Tuesday. So Tuesdays and I'm gonna let y'all know. Hey, I've been drinking tonight.
Jay, you good there? Jay must have been drinking. He ain't said nothing all night. Oh, that joy getting smeaky deep.
Ow!
Oh, I'm straight.
Hey, like we said, it's an open platform. So anytime we come on here, man, you ain't gotta be a Republican. If you just disagree with anything that's being discussed, you know what I'm saying? You come on,
put the link bring it.
You come on and talk whatever you want. We put up to 10 people on this joint. So if 10 of y'all disagree, y'all motherfuckers get up here. You know
hey, we like to be corrected.
Yeah, now
talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit is on TV. You know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. The hood view.